So I just published the Ranger versus Colorado Z71. Make sure to check that video out if you guys haven't already. And 2 more Colorados have arrived. Now these are coming and going extremely quickly. We actually have a work truck as well as a Trail Boss on the lot. Of course, the Trail Boss is not available for me to film at the moment as it is going through the PDI process, but I hope, fingers crossed, we'll hopefully be able to bring you guys that here in a second. But I thought I would do another video on the work truck trim of the all new 2023 Colorado, because this one actually has an option which is hard to get at the moment, and that's the spray and bed liner. So if you guys have been following the channel, then you'll know I already have a video out there of a 2-wheel drive work truck Colorado with just the 2 convenience packages, which sticker just over $32,000. Now this one actually has quite a few more options. It is 4-wheel drive, has the Turbo Plus option and the convenience groups and stuff like that, which makes the MSRP, I think, just over $37,000 as equipped. So it is quite a bit more expensive than that other one I showed you. But I just want to give you guys a look at this one in particular because it has some differences versus the work truck that I filmed just a few weeks ago. So before we get into looking at the truck itself, I do want to take a look at the window stickers so you guys know exactly how this truck is equipped. So like I mentioned, it is the Turbo Plus engine option. It has the trailer equipment package, the spray on bed liner, work truck convenience package 1, the auto locking rear differential, the generator 220 amps comes with the trailering equipment. It does have the center console with the floor as well as the vinyl floor option, which you actually do have to pay for in this generation of Colorado. And that brings the total MSRP to $37,075, including destination. So a couple of things that I do want to mention about this particular truck is that if you get the work truck with the Turbo Plus engine option along with the trailering package, that does force some other equipment on the truck itself. So things like the generator, 220 amps, the alternator, we've learned that if you get the trailering package, that is forced but broken out separately on the window sticker. Now, if you get the Turbo Plus with the trailering package on the work truck, you are forced to get a center console. Now that does come with rear AC vents, which we'll see in a second here. And that also does force the automatic locking rear differential, the G80 rear differential. So those are things that are forced with the Turbo Plus with the trailering package included that this particular truck has. And of course, the work truck convenience package 1, vinyl floor option, stuff like that, are additional options that you can choose on top of those things. But I just wanted to bring that up at the beginning of this video in case anybody's wondering and trying to build out a work truck themselves. Now, because I've done several videos on the new Colorado, I'm sure you guys already understand the basic design elements of the Colorado, but I do want to walk you through some of the work truck specific items and some of the optional equipment that I just mentioned on the window sticker on this particular truck, because it is, again, quite different from that other video I did on the 2-wheel drive work truck a few weeks ago. Make sure to check that video out if you guys are interested. Now, at the front end of the work truck, this is actually going to be very similar to that of the Trail Boss, which kind of the Trail Boss is based upon the work truck. So you have the entire matte black plastic front end, front grille with the halogen reflector headlights, incandescent turn signals, and no fog lights. You get the gold bow tie as standard, but you can get the black bow tie as an available accessory or option. And I did want to clarify one thing from that 2-wheel drive work truck video I did a few weeks ago. You'll see that this particular truck does have the front recovery hooks finished in the black paint. Now, if you do get a 2-wheel drive work truck, you will not get the recovery hooks. If you get a 4-wheel drive work truck, you do get those recovery hooks. So that is part of the 4-wheel drive drivetrain in specific on this particular trim, which I think is an interesting point that Chevy does not put the front recovery hooks on the 2-wheel drive Colorados. Now, of course, this one being a work truck, you do get the 17-inch steel painted wheels in silver. This one has the Wrangler Territory HT I guess all season tire. It is 255 65 17, so this is just over a 30-inch diameter tire. I think it's like 30.1 30.2, something like that. So this is the smallest tire you can actually get on the Colorado lineup. Everything above this is either like a 31 31.8 32-inch or even all the way up to a 33-inch outside diameter tire on both the 20-inch wheel option for the Trail Boss and some of the other trim levels, but also the ZR2 has nearly a 33-inch diameter as well. We've seen the aggressive hood styling and all that of this Colorado. This one does not have the safety package, which comes with the gloss black mirror covers, just the standard mirror covers. So these are not going to be heated mirrors, nor does it have the blind spot detection. You have the matte black plastic door handle pulls, which contrast quite well against the white paint, I will say. But again, it is a more basic truck in that regard. Coming out back, you do have the built-in bumper step, which Chevy has been doing on a lot of their trucks over the last few generations. 4x4 sticker here on the bedside because this one is a 4-wheel drive powertrain. You do get the rear gloss black bumper, which I really do like that they made that standard across the Colorado. This one does have the trailer equipment, which I mentioned, which comes with the receiver. If you don't get the trailering package, you will not get a receiver, so make sure to keep that in mind while watching. You do not have the locking tailgate on this particular truck, nor is it the soft open, easy lift. So just the standard tailgate pole with the built-in rear camera. Of course, incandescent lighting throughout the back, all bulbs, so really nothing new there. But I do want to show you guys the bed liner because like I mentioned, this one does have the spray and liner, which is not something, this is actually the first truck I've seen with it. We've seen the drop-in option that is available, and this is now the spray-in option from the factory. If you guys have been following along in the Facebook groups, and you'll know that this has actually been an item under constraint as of late. It actually looks very nice. You do not get any Chevy bow tie up there on the front of the bedside like some of the full-size or heavy-duty trucks. But yeah, definitely a nice option to have if you can get your hands on one with one from the factory. But of course, this is not a huge deal for most dealerships to do aftermarket. They do have many suppliers that can do this for a similar price point to that of the OEM one from GM. So nice to see that they are finally showing up or shipping trucks with the built-in spray and bed liner. But again, that is still going to be pretty hard to get moving forward, at least for some part of this model year. But yeah, that's a look at the exterior of the work truck. Now here on the inside, this is the standard black cloth interior option. It does have the vinyl floor, which is pretty unique. You do have to pay 50 bucks for that in this generation. All hard touch plastic door panels. Power windows, mirrors, and locks though, which is handy. 6-way manual driver's seat with height adjustment. And there's a look at the vinyl floor option on this generation. I apologize, it is a little bit dirty as this truck just did come in. You see it wraps under the center console there. Now, as I'm sure most people know by now, you do get the standard 8-inch digital cluster with the 11-inch infotainment with Google built in, which is very handy to have. It is a nice upgrade over the former GM systems. I do have a dedicated video going over those things in detail. The way this one's equipped, it does have Convenience Package 1, which does come with cruise control, standard automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, automatic high beam assist, stuff like that. Audio multimedia controls here on the right side. There's your integrated trailer brake controller because this one, once again, does have the trailering equipment. Pretty basic dashboard, all hard touch plastics. Because this one does have that trailering, there is some of the features that are available, including the light test, single zone manual climate control, USB ports. Still have the gloss black plastic here in the center console. Now, one thing that's new to me that I have not seen on this particular trim level, because this one is 4-wheel drive, it has the single speed transfer case. So it does not have the 2-speed transfer case, but it does come with an auto mode, 2 high, 4 high, and there's a dedicated tow haul mode down there. So if you click that down, that will bring up a little trailer icon here on the digital cluster. And I assume that is your dedicated tow haul mode, which is very handy. Now you still do get an electronic parking brake in every Colorado. And here is the center console design for, I guess, the work truck trim level in specific. Now, one thing that I find interesting is this is a nice, smooth, soft touch material. So if you guys have been following along and actually are an owner of a new Colorado or just have looked at one in person, specifically the Z71 trim in specific, then you'll know that the center console is actually a rubberized, textured material and it's not smooth to the touch. Now here, sitting in this truck with the center console, I can say the work truck with the center console is certainly an upgrade over that of the Z71 with the textured material on it. Now that's actually kind of funny to say because this truck is significantly less expensive than that one. Obviously the red accents on the Z71 are going to look much better than this one where it's all just plain soft touch material, but nonetheless, I have to say on the arm, this is certainly the way to go over that of that textured material. Again, I'm not sure what GM was thinking as far as that goes, but hopefully they do revise that very quickly in my opinion. Just make it a black leather, red accent stitching. That's all that needs to be done in my opinion as far as changing that material out. But this one here with the center console does feel very nice on the arm and really how it should be. It does open up and provide more storage inside like that of the higher trims. And you do get the 12-volt outlet inside there as well. So pretty much the same center console as that of the other trim levels. It just is a forced option if you get the trailering with the Turbo Plus engine. Up top there is your black headliner. No lighting as far as that goes. This is OnStar equipped incandescent lighting. Now out back there is one nice amenity you do get with every truck in the center console, and that is going to be the rear AC vents. So yes, that's right. Because this truck has the center console, you do get rear AC vents, which, believe it or not, in a truck like this is just handy to have. You don't actually get any USB charging, any power outlets, unfortunately, but rear AC vents come standard with every truck with the center console. And I guess you do gain the 2 extra cup holders up top as well with that little phone storage slot there. No armrest, anything like that for the seating surfaces. They do still flip up. There's a better look at the vinyl floors, just in case anybody out there is curious what they look like here in the Colorado. They do have quite the gloss shine to them. Just to show you guys the underfloor storage, there's a little bit of extra space, in this area above the roadside toolkit and jack, but there really is not a ton of space. It would be nice if they were able to utilize this just a little bit differently, but I bet with this seat down, you really only have a few inches of space outside of this decent cubby right here underneath the seats themselves. This one does have the manual rear sliding window, rear defrost, and of course it is going to be tinted. So that is part of the convenience package 1, which is why I really do think that that is a nice package to have if you're optioning a truck like this. And again, you do get the cruise control functionality in convenience package 1. So that's a look at this particular truck. Like I said, it is just another basic work truck. I wanted to show you guys because it has a lot different equipment versus that of the 2-wheel drive one I did a few weeks ago in the gray exterior color. Oh yeah, and before I end off this video, I know I'm curious myself, and I think other people out there are curious, what build date trucks are shipping? Well, this one was actually built in March, believe it or not. This sticker says 3/23/12/11 p.m. So this one was built maybe the 3rd week of March or so, and that would make sense that it does because it has the spray and bed liner. So I think some of the older trucks that have already been built sitting at the storage lots or the production facility, the plant, stuff like that, will start showing up with the spray and option. But these newer trucks that are just being built or have just recently been built may be on constraint due to the bed liner itself. So yeah, it'll just be interesting to see moving forward how the constraints work, how it affects production, which trucks get built, which ones don't, which ones ship, stuff like that. But that does make sense that this one was built maybe the 3rd week of March or so. Now I do want to give a shout out to Green Chevrolet here in East Moline, Illinois for providing me with this truck and allowing me to film it. It is pre-sold unit. However, the Trail Boss that just arrived, I believe, is available. It's the yellow exterior. Like I said, I'm fingers crossed hoping I'm going to be able to show you guys that because I have not had hands-on time, not been able to drive a Trail Boss trim level with the lift, the larger wheels and tires, stuff like that. I only had a brief like 20-25 minute drive in that blue Z71 I did a few weeks ago, and that's been it. These trucks have just been so popular, selling so quickly. Fortunately, they seem to be producing quite a few of them, and they seem to be shipping them a little bit quicker as of late. I'm seeing more posts online about owners and just people seeing them at their local dealership, which is great. So hopefully here in the next month or two, they'll just have more production, more shipment out there, and I can get more hands-on time, get my overall likes, dislikes, and better opinions. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video on the 2023 Chevy Colorado work truck 4-wheel drive. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button below. Greatly helps out the channel in these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed. And like I said, I do have other videos here on the all-new 2023 Colorado here on the channel, so make sure to check those out. Now let me know down in the comment section below, are you still waiting on your truck? Did you option the spray and bed liner? And I guess how long have you been waiting, if you have been waiting? Again, these dates are all over the place in terms of which ones are arriving. This one is March. We saw one just a few days ago that I posted on the channel that was built May 1st, shipped and here at the dealership just 4 days later. So it's pretty crazy what's going on, but it does appear that there is a mix of production or build dates being shipped right now. So let me know all that down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.